Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. It's hump day. I hope you guys are doing good today. Just checking in, see what you guys are up to. I thought I'd do like an audio live stream because I'm busy trying to get through this work week. Just wanted to check in, see how everybody's doing, see how your Wednesday is doing. I'm here on my computer trying to get some business deals together and got laundry, cooking. You know how it goes. The grind never stops. Grind never stops for an entrepreneur. The grind never stops for a business person. Grind never stops when you have a family. You got to keep things going. Grind never stops. And I was just saying to myself, I said, I wonder how everybody is doing, all my subscribers. I think about you guys all the time and wonder how you're doing, how your week is going, how you're doing emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of that physically. Huh. Life is hard. Life is tough. It's just not something that I think when I was younger, I used to always think life was so easy when I was young. But then when I got to be older, it's like, wow, this is not what I thought it would be. How do you guys feel about, being an adult? Is your adulthood like what you thought it would be? I don't think I was ever prepared really for being an adult. Hey, wellness, how are you doing? Welcome. How do you feel about adulthood, adulting? I know when I was younger, I used to just look at how my family dynamic with my parents and siblings, and I used to say to myself, "Oh, I can do that. That's easy. I can't wait to be grown." But now that I'm grown, it's nothing what I thought it was. Working, dealing with other people, and bills, and dealing with family and all of that drama. Hmm. You're doing well, just working. Awesome. How is your week going so far? I don't know. It's just not nothing how I thought it would be. I thought being an adult was easy. Like, I guess my mother made it seem easy. For those of you who don't know, I grew up with 10 siblings, my mom and dad. Also had aunties and uncles and cousins coming and going. And my mom just made it seem like it was so easy to be an adult. It's not easy to be an adult. Hmm. It's not easy being an adult, trying to keep everything balanced, having meals, having, food. You didn't have any expectations? I don't think I had any expectations either, but I used to see how my parents were, namely my mom, and she just made it seem like it was so normal and natural to just like have things going. And I don't have children, but I don't know how my mom did it, taking care of all of us, making sure we were fed and clothed and clean and getting us to school and whatever things that each of us were involved in. And my mom was always a part of all of that. And it's like now I don't have children, but just keeping clean laundry and cooking and getting groceries and paying bills and keeping things neat and organized and getting business stuff done. It's not what I thought it. I don't know. It's not what I thought it would. It's definitely not what I thought it would be. It's definitely harder than I thought. And I know a lot of people who used to think like I remember I used to say stuff like I can't wait to be grown. I can't wait to be 18 so I can do what I want. And now that I'm over 18, I just wish I could be a child again so I don't have any responsibilities. Hey Brianna, how are you doing? How is your week going? How is your week going? How's your family? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just wanted to be grown because being the last child, being number 10 out of all the kids, I just wanted to be able to do what they did. They didn't have to go to bed early. they got to wear what they wanted to wear. They got to go out with their friends. And then when it finally comes to it, and yeah, I'm 18, now it's like, okay, I didn't know 18 came with, now you don't have anybody helping you anymore. You know, the rug being pulled from under you. I don't think kids are really ready for that. I don't know. Those of you who have children, are you preparing your children for the reality of adulting? I think that's something that most people are not really fully prepared for that. I wasn't prepared. It was like I'm 18, and it was just like, what? My eyes got wide when I found out all of the responsibilities of an adulthood. Having conversations with children, telling them about like when bills come out and what you need to do, and even preparing, like knowing how to cook. There's a lot of kids now who just they live in this fast food society, and they only think about just grabbing food. And I don't know. I just feel like this future generation is not fully prepared for the reality of being an adult. I feel like I know I wasn't prepared. I felt like I was just thrown into the deep end, and it was like, okay, swim. And then, of course, I had no choice. I had to swim. So that's how it was for me. Maybe not everybody was like my mom. My mom didn't allow us to go in the kitchen. We couldn't see what was going on in the kitchen. We had to, like, that was her domain. So it's like now you're an adult, and it's like you don't have skills. Like, you don't know how to cook. You don't know how to do X, Y, and Z. I'm just speaking from my own experience. So let's see what you guys are saying. I'm doing well, just working. You didn't have expectations. Hey, Bree, you feel me? You wanted to be grown too? Yeah, I could not wait to be grown because I thought being grown came with, I don't know, like I just thought it was like a fairy tale thing. Like, okay, people who are grown, I don't know. I used to think like people who are grown, they could eat all the candy and the ice cream. I guess I had a false sense of reality. And I think that more adults need to prepare children for the reality, like real life. Like, this is how it really is out here. There's real bills that come in. Just preparing them, like there's a light bill, there's a water bill, we have to have food, you have to wash laundry, you have to keep your place clean and all of that, keep your car clean, pay that if you own a home. There's this and this. um, I really don't think most adults prepare their children for the reality. Hey, Lashes, how are you doing, sis? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I just don't think most adults prepare their children, or parents prepare their children for the reality of real adult life. Um, Being from a Caribbean household, it was like my mom was like, you just be a child, you focus in on your books and getting good grades so that you can have a better life in the future. And I do thank my mom for that, because that's the only reason I was able to get my college education. Because my mom, when my mom, and my dad, both my mom and dad only had a fifth grade education, growing up in Jamaica, to go to what I think they call it primary school. I don't know, whatever is high school. You had to pay for that. Her parents, both of my parents, their parents could only afford to send them just to learn how to read and write. They didn't get anything extra past that, like a high school education. So I guess you could say they had up to like an eighth grade education. So I don't know. I just feel like a different vibration these days when I look at the future generation of children, and I just shake my head because I don't think that this future generation is prepared for the reality of adult life and all the responsibilities, and getting themselves together financially. Like, it's just about having fun and having a party and dancing and social media, and portraying yourself to be a certain thing on social media, when that's not reality. Like, reality is bills and planning for the future. That's just from my perspective. I feel like you should be thinking about the future instead of just 100% fun in this society. I think that so many children, they grow up thinking that social media is everything. And don't get me wrong, I love social media. I'm what do you call it? I'm an influencer. So I do believe in that, but it's not everything. So I just think that people need to prepare their children for the reality of life. What do you guys think? Do you think children today are prepared for reality, like bills and having a life and having a family and learning how to communicate? Let's talk about communication for a little bit. Um, I think that in this society with social media, texting, all of this, like children these days don't know how to communicate because they're so busy being on the phone. They're always on the phone, they're on their tablet, they're on the computer. Like I've seen like nieces and nephews, and they'll be in the same room together and they text each other instead of talking to each other. Like, is communication going away for future generations of children? Knowing how to communicate, even talking with one another, like younger people, when they're in the room with you, it's like they just have their head down looking on their devices instead of having conversations like with their family, you know, asking each other how they're doing, having fun. I think that you should have some time in your household where you put all the devices away and you just spend time together as a family. Yeah, people love to fake on social media. Yeah, I know, Brianna. It's like I know for myself, I just do what is right for me and best for me, and I hope you guys do the same. Like I'm not gonna pretend like, oh, I have all this money, all these cars, when the bills are real over here on my side of reality. Bills are real. I have real life, real family problems. I got property taxes. I have lots of things going on my side. So I'm not going to pretend that I have when I don't have, you know. And I think it's important to have those conversations with children, especially to teach children to not put everything on social media. Like, you don't have to tell everything that's happening in your life. You know, I ate this, I went here, I did that. And I think it causes people to sometimes get trolled by other people and put themselves in harm's way because they're letting they're letting everybody know all their business. And you can't trust everybody out there in this world. Not everybody has good motives. There are some people who are really crazy. How do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like people are really crazy? I feel like there's some crazy people out here, not just on YouTube, but like in general, like people who will try to stalk you, and you can't put too much out there. It's like when you're an influencer or you have your YouTube, just give them enough, like, but not everything. You got to keep some things back. Um, I think it's important to keep some things back. Don't tell all your business. Don't show everything. Don't let people know everything you're doing. You got to have some privacy for you. Got to have some privacy for your family. uh, I have a 5-year old niece, and I tell her that all the time. You don't have to take a picture and put it on your Facebook for everything you do. Oh, I had this for breakfast, and I went here, and I did that, and this is where I'm going. It's like so people can know exactly where you are, and like people pin their location on Facebook. And I think that that's dangerous to let everybody know your exact location where you are. That's why I make certain moves, especially on this vlog channel. I don't like to let people see what I'm doing, where I am, where when I'm there. I don't mind to show you after I have left, just because of like my family dynamic, the things that I've seen working in healthcare. I've actually seen people who are stalkers just show up and pop up. I've seen people who are actually crazy, from like domestic violence relationships, they're controlling, manipulative, narcissists. I've seen all of that working in healthcare. So I'm just saying it. And, everybody's free to do what they want, but just a public service announcement, just a PSA. Don't put everything out there in the atmosphere. Be careful of what you're putting out there, because once you put it out there, even if you delete it, it's still, that file is still out there. You never know, especially like now people can download things. You don't know what people are doing with your content. So be careful with all of that kind of stuff too, guys. What else that I want to talk about? You guys let me know, what are you guys up to today? You have anything going on with your family, yourself, anything exciting and fun? It's almost the weekend. It's hump day. We got 2 more days left before the weekend. I'm trying to set some things up, get some things planned out, trying to go from being a 9 to 5 person to being my own personal entrepreneur. I'm trying to work on my business, trying to get some things going, get some business meetings. Because for me, that's what life is all about. Like, um, I'm not a person that, like, I don't have to have a lot of money, but my thing is I want to have a lot of experiences. I want to have a lot of memories with my loved ones. Because for those who don't know, like, my mom just, like, one day was like gone and dead. And it was like, if I knew that, I think I would have made certain moves differently and spent more time with her. So it's like now I'm very calculated about spending my time. Like, okay, that's enough work. Now it's time to spend time with my loved ones. And I hope you guys do the same thing. So think more about having memories with your loved ones instead of money. And I know money is important. Don't get me wrong. I know bills need to be paid. I know planning for your future, but a loved one, once they're not here anymore, you're not going to get that time anymore. So, just think about that. If I can get you to reflect on that for a little bit, don't put all your time into material things and money. Put some time into making memories, having some vacations, some trips, and spending time with some loved ones. Yeah, content is fine, but you have to be safe. Exactly, Bree. Exactly. You got to be safe. I kind of have a little bit of a thing with going live while I'm at a place. I probably shouldn't be so, I don't know what that term is. But whatever that term is, I don't like being live at a location where people can know exactly where you are. I'd rather do a pre-recorded after I'm gone, because I've seen too much in my short span of life. I've seen too much crazy people who will, like, pop up on you when they find out, or you don't know, somebody could be stalking you and you don't know. I'm just saying it for you guys to be aware if you never thought that way, because I've seen it happen. Oh, you're eating some lunch right now? Yeah, I just finished putting some laundry in the washing machine. It's like, for me, like, Wednesday is my time where, like, halfway through the week, so I don't spend my whole weekend cleaning. I like to do, like, all my linens and stuff, like wash my sheets for the bed and wash towels on Wednesday, and, like, some of the regular clothing laundry on Wednesday, so that I don't spend my whole Saturday just doing laundry. I like to, like, balance it out a little bit. And also it's time for me to start doing, like, my end of the year cleaning. Who still does end of the year cleaning? Am I the only one? Is this an old fashioned thing? But, like, now I'm trying to go through all the things that I haven't used all year. Like, and when I look at my closet, I'm just like, it's sad how much things, like, you buy. Am I the only one guilty of this? You buy things and then you never use them. And I mean everything, like clothing, little trinkets and things in your house. And then the whole year will go by and you're like, I didn't use it. I know I'm not the only one that does that. So I'm just trying to be more purposeful with money. I'm trying to be more like, be satisfied and grateful and have appreciation for the things that I do have. I'm trying to work on myself. I don't know. Are you guys working on yourself with that too? Or you guys just like to get lots of things? I feel like now that I'm getting older, I'm going to a whole different wavelength and vibration. I don't really care about having new the newest clothes or being in a trend of like being a trendsetter. Like I just want to like, I have enough. My my clothes are clean. If something rips or tears, then okay, then I'll get something new, but I'm not just going to replace it just because a new trend came out or other people think is outdated. Like I'm not trying to live up to the Joneses. I'm trying to like do me and be satisfied with what I have and be happy and spend my money more on memories instead of material things. I think that is important to spend time on having experiences. Sometimes, Brie, yeah. I think I'd rather have more experiences than to have things. Like, don't get me wrong, I like name brands just like everybody else. I like nice clothes and shoes, but if I have to choose clothes or shoes over having a wonderful destination trip, I'm going to choose a destination trip every time. Because when people see you have something, all they're going to do is be like, oh, that's nice. Or sometimes people don't even notice what you have. It's just about how you style the things that you have. I'm just having a reflection with you guys. I'm moving in a different wavelength. The older that I'm getting, the more I'm starting to think and to focus more on my health and what I'm eating and the things that I buy and what I spend my money on and who I spend my money on. Yeah, because your girl is trying to be retirement age in the next 3 years. I'm trying to get my finances right so I can sit back and chill. So I can sit back and be, auntie that, takes, let's take a road trip on the weekend or take a trip I've always wanted to go to somewhere on my bucket list or, or volunteer my time or to focus more on my health and yeah, and just being at peace, just being at peace. That's that's my goal in the next 3 years is to retire myself and not meaning that I won't work, but I mean I won't be working for what is it called? Working for a company. I'm going to be fully my own business, my own corporation, and let that take care of me and have somebody who will oversee things for the most part, and then I can just chill and just be and focus on my plan and my goals and my aspirations. I just have a different thinking because coming from where I came from and seeing how hard my parents worked until my dad was working and he was 75, he was still going to a 9 to 5 job, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to knock a 9 to 5 job, but for me personally, it's not for me. That's not what I want to do when I'm 75. When I'm 75, I want to be sitting down, teaching younger people, motivating another person, encouraging somebody else, having, traveling the world, giving people my wisdom and spending time with my loved ones. That's what I'm about. Yes, Bree, retired, retired, retired. Speak that into existence. Hey, King Morgan, happy Wednesday. How are you doing? What you have going on today? Yeah, so I just wanted to check in with you guys, see what was up with everybody, see what you guys were having for lunch. Guys have anything planned for the weekend? Anything fun? Right now here in Florida, it's 73 degrees. What's the weather like where you guys are? I think a lot of people feel like that 9 to 5 aren't what they used to be. Yeah. Really don't know. I really don't know, but like I'm at the point in my life where I hate, like with a capital H, I hate going to work. I hate working for somebody else. I hate that I'm pushing somebody else's goals. I'm making somebody else money when I could be doing the same thing. Like, what's why can't I work for myself? Why can't it be my business? Why can't I be working on my goals? And I have a thing like certain times I wake up with an attitude. I don't know if it's the Caribbean in me. It must be the Caribbean in me. Like I just wake up sometimes like I have a bad mood and like I don't want and like I'm not going to work today. And I'm getting a lot more of those days where I don't want to go into work for somebody. I want to I want to chill. Like sometimes I just want to chill and sit down and read a book. Sometimes I just want to spend my whole day at the beach. I don't know. Like I have a different vibe in the past maybe 2 years. My vibe changed completely after my brother passed in 2020. My whole vibe changed. It's like when you lose people that you love, it's like I don't know. It shifts everything inside of you. It kind of shifts what you thought was important. It's like, man, at the end of the day, you be like, I don't even care about that. Because when my mom passed away, they gave me 3 days off. Three, one, two, three. And they expected me to come back to work and to be fine. And I wasn't. And I'm just like, a job don't care about you. They only want you to do what whatever they want you to do. It doesn't matter how you are emotionally, it doesn't matter how you are physically, it doesn't matter how you are financially. That you just have to pretend that you're okay to keep making them do what they want you to do. And I'm just not okay with that anymore. Oh, 51 in Maryland. That's nice sweater weather. You have your sweater on, Brie? Yeah, it's still pretty warm here. It's 70 something right now. I think it was like 71, 73, something like that. Good weather. Oh, yeah, same here. Yeah, it's just the way I'm thinking. And like I have to say that like kind of hesitant, like I'm hesitant to speak how I feel because it's not a lot of people who are like-minded like myself. Like when you tell people you don't want to work a 9 to 5, people think that you're weird or they think that you're ungrateful. I just it's just not working for me and I have to be myself. So that's why I was like I have to make my plan A work because, you know, my plan B ain't working anymore. This is not working. And before one day I just quit and have nothing, I gotta make my business work. I gotta make it work so that I can just be. That's where I am in my life right now. Right? They don't care about employees. Not all of them, but too many of them. Yeah. I could say that there's some jobs that, you know, they can be nice and friendly, but say you want to take 2 months off, or say you wake up with an attitude like I do on a regular basis. Like I just like wake up and it's like I'm not feeling the vibe of being around people who pretend and and you have to do this and you have to do that and meet this deadline, and the minute that you don't, they forget everything good that you've done for them. Every time you were on time, they only think about the times you were late or the time you did this or that. They're not very, I don't know, forgiving of those things. And I just They just don't work with me. They just ain't working with me. They just ain't working for me anymore. I know, Bree. They don't care about your employees. They don't care. Employers don't care about employees. That's why I said I got to quit the employee relationship thing and turn and shift. I'm shifting right now to be the CEO, you know, to be the CEO, to be um, the person who funds business deals or something like that, because it's just not working. And I've thought about, like, until I can make my plan work, shifting and try to do more things that's in line with what I like. And I've been thinking about shifting to do more travel, like a travel type of job. I think that that would make me happier than what I'm doing now. So it's something I've been thinking about. I just love travel. I just love vacation. So I'm going to have to shift to something, because what I'm doing right now is just not working. I say this very reluctantly, and I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. I'm not telling nobody quit your job. I'm just saying that's where I am in my life, and I'm learning more and more to be honest with myself and to not care about what somebody else thinks and what somebody else says, what you should do. And they'll say things like, "Oh, you're too young to be retired." Says who? Why wait until you're 65, 70 to finally get to sit down and relax? Why can't you sit down and relax when you're 50? You know what I'm saying? That's where I am right now. I'm trying to sit down and relax real soon. I'm trying to get somebody to bring me a cup of coffee. And I don't even drink coffee. I want to be the boss. I don't want anybody to boss me. Trip. Hey, Albert, how are you doing? Happy Wednesday. How are you doing? Who's getting tired of being bossed? I'm getting tired of being bossed. I'm ready to be the boss. I'm ready to be the one to make moves. I want to be the one to say, time to for a vacation and just take off at a moment's notice. That's where I am right now. Where are you guys in your life? You guys have a plan for the future? You got everything together for your finances, so you can retire? What's your retirement age? When are you just going to just like, I'm not doing this anymore? I have my age in line where I'm just not going to do it anymore. My age is 55. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, it's no more. And I'm just like, it's time. It's time to shift. And whoever this message is supposed to reach, I hope it reaches you. But I just don't listen to somebody else. If it's something that you really want to do, you can do it. If it's something that you want to be, it's something that you want to try, don't let anybody discourage you. Because I've had people try to discourage me and say, it's stupid. Why are you going to quit your job? You have a good job, you have a good education. But if something is not fulfilling you anymore, if something is not making you happy, if you don't have joy in your life, what you're doing doesn't have a purpose, you can always shift. Yeah, maybe for a while you may have to do that 9 to 5 until you get things together, have your plan. But if you don't make a change in your life, nothing will change. So that's where I am right now. And I just wanted to check in with you guys, do a little bit of chit chatting with you guys, a little bit of venting, talking to you guys about some things that I had on my mind, on my heart. And I just gotta say thanks everybody who my all my gems, all my subscribers. Thank you so much. I think I'm at 960 right now. I'm like so excited. When I shifted this channel from being I think this used to be like a finance channel, and I shifted it to a vlogging channel. I never knew, like, I think it's been 6 or 7 months, and this channel has done very well. I'm almost to my 1K. It's very exciting. So thank everybody who watches my videos. Thanks for everybody who comes to my live streams. Thanks to everybody who supports me and encourages me. And I'm trying to shift this channel, improve the content, trying to get a nice camera over here so you guys will have more quality videos. Trying to work on my editing. I'm trying to work on myself. I'm trying to be a happier version of myself. And I hope for you too. I hope whatever it is that you have going on in your life, I hope that you're happy. I hope that you're joyful. I hope you have people who love and support you. At the end of the day, I think that that's the most important thing. Be happy with yourself. Be happy with your life. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm about to end this stream. Thanks for your support. I appreciate all of you guys, and I hope you guys have a great week ahead. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye, guys.